Hi. Hello. Hey. How you doing? Doing okay? It's Wednesday, so midweek. Some people like that, some people don't. I'm sorry for shaking the table. I'm a mess this morning, guys. All right. Thanks for clicking that link. You jumped through a portal and you came to my little place on the internet. Princess Periwinkle. Periwinkle Palace Art. Told you I'm a mess this morning. And yeah, I'm Princess Bun Bun, and I'm here with my bunnies. We do art stuff here, and we chit chat. That's what we do. So welcome. Jump in the chat, say hi. If you're watching this later, that's what the comments are for. Okay, let's say good morning to the bunnies. May I say hey? This is Maya. If you've been here before, you know her very well. With her little different length legs. She has different length legs. Anyway, this is my fibromyalgia bunny, Maya, and she's my best girl. She's so cute. And she's gonna sit over here where she always likes to sit. Well, not where she always likes to sit. She preferred this spot for right now. She likes to sit under the laptop so she can stare at me. But there's stuff under there today. I have a lot of things on the desk. Say hi to Static. She is the dissociation bunny. She does not come with 4 ears. This is my headband. She really likes it. She thinks she looks fabulous with it. And she's starting to influence the other bunnies too. I love Static. Like I said, she's the dissociation bunny. She has the most amazing ears. They're like curly hair, but also fluffy. And that's why her name is Static. And she has a clock on her tummy for losing time, amnesia type stuff. And she has sparky holographic paws and eyes. She always tries to get rid of my headaches by making me stare at her eyes, because the closer you get to them, the more they sparkle. Watch. Can you see it? They turn into rainbows, which are some of my favorite things. How you doing? Yeah. Oh, she also has this adorable mohawk, but it gets flattened. And these two, they've decided to call themselves the Sparkle Twins. I'm telling you, it's ridiculous. Also, these are not the bunny ears that came with this bunny. These are. She stole my headband. I'm gonna have to buy myself some new bunny ears. This is ridiculous. This is Patches. She is the psoriasis bunny. And she only came out here today because she wanted to say hi and introduce herself as the second part of the Sparkle Twins. They just named themselves this last night, so they're the 2 bunnies so far that have, what do you want to call it? Claimed? They've claimed my bunny ears. Okay. Okay. Here we go. So, to do art, which is what we do here, we need cute hair. Hair's cute, okay? And coffee. Do you have your coffee? I have mine. If you don't have your coffee, go get your coffee. I'll still be here when you get back. It's fine. Coffee's important. Now, I'm a little bit scatterbrained this morning. I have a lot of stuff going on. This mount I'm trying to figure out, for one thing. It's a 3-device mount for an overhead. And yeah, I don't know how to work it, but I'm trying to figure it out. I think this. I'm not sure. We're going to put this to the side. I have this one here too. I'm going to have like 4 or 5 tripods in this room. We're going to figure this out so I can move these cameras, okay? So, reminder, this is our little motivation for the week. I am surrounded by love and support, even in the darkest of times. Truth. And I posted that on the community because I would like for you guys to sound off and let me know what makes you feel the most surrounded with love and support. For me, it's my family. And I know that that's an answer a lot of people would give, but I couldn't do anything without my family. They're wonderful and amazing, and we all take care of each other. So, yeah, so I keep this on my desk so I can remember it and look at it throughout the week. I finished this one last night. I kind of like how it came out, but I kind of don't. So, a couple things I don't really like is if you look close at it, you can see the green lines around the yellow. I don't really like that. And I also don't like that you can see the blue lines around the green. But I was trying to get it to fade kind of smoothly. And it kind of did that in most places. But I also don't like that the center is so disconnected from the rest of it, if that makes sense. So I think it was just the use of colors that I should have made the sections a little bit wider and stopped at like the purple. I don't know. But I like the little technique I created. So we're going to do another spiral using the same type of technique, but I'm going to adjust the colors a little bit, right? And I don't know how that's going to come out on this one, but that's what we're going to do. So we're going to start on this for right now. Give me 1 minute. Okay, so we're going to start on this. What I'm going to do is take my 005s, same colors that I used for the other one, because that's the only colors I have. I guess that's a good reason, right? Zero, 005, 005. What am I missing here? Okay, well, I'm missing 2 colors at the moment. We'll find them in a little bit. Here they are. Really? Wait. I know yellow only has that color. Where's red? Where's red? Well, I was going to start with red, but I'm just going to start with a random color, actually. Purple. Fine. Wait, that's the end of the spectrum. I was trying to grab in the center of the spectrum. Let's go with green. On this kind, from this book, this is the Mysterious Creatures book, you start in the middle and work your way out. So what I do is I like to trace out the lines first, and then I come back and color them in. It's the way I did that other one. So I'm just going to do it the same. I like to do this in the morning to help my hands warm up. Now, we're going to be using hot glue today, which is sometimes a little bit of a dangerous proposition for me. Because we're going to be putting the ribbon and the final touches on that big diamond painting we just finished yesterday. So this is actually what I call the finishing stage of my projects, where I clean everything up, make it pretty. Sometimes I'll do a background if I'm coloring, add highlights, add depth if I'm coloring. But for this, what we're going to do is remove all the tape. We're going to trim the canvas. And then we're going to cover up the spilled over adhesive that comes on these. And we're going to add some black gloss grain ribbon on the outer edge so that it covers up that adhesive that's sticking out. And then I have a few other things that while I have my hot glue gun out, I need to work on. So some of the Bunniez hair bows need to be fixed, and also I have these bows that are supposed to go around your neck, but I take them off of the neck thingy for my hair, so I'm going to be making those into bows. Also, the background stand, the backdrop stand that my husband ordered for me from Amazon has arrived. It was on the box on my desk this morning, so I just put the box down there so we can open that and maybe put it together. So we'll just see how far we get. I'm just trying to get my hands limbered up a little bit and find a little bit of focus because I'm quite scatterbrained this morning. If you want to know what I'm humming or singing or bebopping around to, you can check out the little box right below where you see me on the screen. That is a Spotify mini player that I've screen shared that shows what I'm listening to. I absolutely have to have my music, so this one's being a little bit difficult right out the gate. Okay. So I try not to do this very often because I know it can be irritating. But I have a tendency sometimes to do multiple projects in a day. So I've gathered stuff around my desk for several things, and I'll show you some other things that are coming up in projects soon. Stuff that I've got around on my desk. When I first start a spiral, sometimes, especially if it's one of the ones that comes from the inside and works out, sometimes it really just wigs my eyes out. I think it's really important to have a routine when it comes to creativity, because creativity needs a space, a time, in order to flourish. Now, whether it's 10 minutes a day or 10 hours a day, it helps if you just keep getting up, showing up, and getting to the work on kind of a schedule. I'm making dots inside the areas that I need to keep track of here. Good on paper, some things are written in the stars. I love this song. Some things look like forever. A picture. People ask me a lot what kind of music I listen to. There's no answer to that except anything. I don't have a genre that I love or a time period that I love more than the other. It's just all music. If I like it, I like it. Sometimes it's by artists, sometimes it's by a particular song, and I don't like the rest of them. There's not much music that I don't like, to be honest. I guess it is what it is. Gotta hand it to you. You played the victim all too well. The day I fell for you, it's the day I fell apart. I guess it is what it is. One place, one time. Yes, it is what it is. I think it's pretty important, like I said, to have kind of a routine where you can sit down at your desk or wherever you work for a few minutes. Everything's already set up for you, ready to go. And you have like a little ritual or whatever that you use to get into the mindset for the day. And that allows your brain to kind of check out of reality for a little bit and kind of so when I sit down here and I start working, I just kind of check out of reality of everything else, and I kind of check in to the art. The thing about it is that it's hard at first. Sometimes I used to sit down here and just like honestly cry. I don't know what I'm doing. But over time, as I just stay persistent with it, I've gotten to a point where when I sit down at my desk and do my little morning routine stuff, I kind of naturally most days just push everything else out of my mind for a little while. And that kind of helps with like not having inspiration, having like a little bit of a creative block. When you sit down at the desk every day and you do the same thing, your mind knows that ah, this is time. It's the time now for me to just go a little nuts and imagine and create. These lines right here are so close together, but they're not sectioned into the uh, the thin lines. They're big lines, but the lines are up against each other, and it's being a little bit difficult for me right now. It does matter to me which way I need to color it. I used to try to just color the lines and then come back and figure it out, but actually, it's easier for me if I know which side is the inside of the lines. So the inside of the lines is important to know where they are. That way, when I'm lining it out, I can make sure that if any flicks that I make, because I'm trying to color in a circle, right? Any flicks that I make go towards the inside of the line, and so they don't make a mess. I do have my overhead zoomed out quite a bit today. Um, I know it looks different than you're used to, but that's because we're about to do something that takes up a lot more room on the table. And I just wanted to be able to give you a bigger view of what I was doing today. But then it's crazy in my mind.
This is a reminder. Take an ashwagandha.
Okay.
This is a reminder. Take an ashwagandha.
Okay, I can't do any more of this morning. Let me see if I can try to figure out this last line here. Alright, that's fine. I'm done. I do have to find that other pen at some point, but okay. Let's just put this up for now. Let me know what you think of this one. How do you think it came out? I really like it. This one's from the Affirmations, the Badass Affirmations for Women book as well. Let us get started on this. All right, here we go. So we let this sit overnight, rolled up like this. So that it would deflate the wrinkles, I guess. I'm gonna move this mouse out of the way for a little bit. I need to plug in and turn on my heat tool and my hot glue gun. So I'm gonna move this over here. I have so much stuff around me right now. It's a little bit crazy. It's not nearly as bad as it usually is, though. Let's just be honest about that. Okay, to start with, I'm going to go ahead and deal with the ribbon. That way I can heat that up and then get it off my desk. I don't like to leave the hot things on my desk very often. This is a block that I made for holding my heat tool, hot glue gun, and my soldering iron all fit here. It's just a piece of wood. I glued the stand, the little metal stand that comes with it. I glued that down to here, and then I took part of a medicine bottle cap, and I screwed it in there. Right there. Like it's a third of it, and then I hot glued over that. And it holds everything nice and sturdy. Nice and steady. Sturdy, steady, whatever. You get these out of the way. Get things out of the way. I got this phone right here. This is my time-lapse phone. I'm going to try to move it today. I'm going to try to move my cameras one at a time. Okay, now let me measure. It should be 20 inches by 26 inches exactly. So I'm going to use my my mat to measure, and I'm going to put this glass on top of it because that's what I use to cut the ribbon on. Let me show you how to do that. I like to cut it this way. It's easy. It seals it quickly on both edges. And all I do is I get my heat tool and measure. So let's do 20 inches first, 2 strips of that. That's one. So I put my finger on either side of it. It should be hot enough. And then on the glass, I just take it quickly across. It's not hot enough yet. All right, that's fine. Let me grab something out of my desk here. The sewing pencil for marking. Sometimes I'm just impatient. One. Two. And we got 26 too, so let's do it like this. 1, 2, 24. Hold that. 24, so then 22 plus 2 more inches, that'll make 26. It's just a little hack that I use when I'm actually at my desk and I can get away with this. So that's 24. Move that to 22. 26. I could have measured that wrong. I'm not sure, but we'll find out. All right, that should be good. So now I've got my little white mark there this time. I should be able to just go right across it quickly. There we go. Look, that's amazing, right? It's like butter. And that's sealed. The end of it's sealed. It will not fray. I can't find the little white area. There we go. You gotta be really careful doing this. It's very, very hot. On the upside, if you burn yourself with this, usually, it sears the wound as soon as it hits it, so. Of course, I dropped the whole ribbon. All right, and now we can unplug that right away. And I'm going to go set it in the kitchen so that I won't burn myself on it while it cools down. If I can unplug it. There we go. Be right back. Okay. So we got our 4 pieces of ribbon. And also it's sealed on the edge of the ribbon spool. That's important too. Okay. Let me go ahead and get this off the table. There's no point in even rolling these off of here. They're cheap as heck, so that's why I buy them in bulk. They're good for stuff like this. Let's see. I think I'm gonna have to scoot you, bunnies. Come over here. Kind of want some shorter videos. This is like a 3-hour video. I am watching art videos and not news today, so there we go. So now I've got all this tape on here that I'm going to pull off. So this is tape, but it's also the last little pieces of the film that covered the entire piece. And make sure it's all gone. Nope. I haven't checked the back of it yet. I'm sure that when I do, I will see that I have some cuts in the back of the canvas. Where's my tweezers? My goodness, where are they? Okay. Tweezers. Whatever. They're around here somewhere, right? There they are. Okay, like I mentioned, the diamond painting has along this edge this little piece of adhesive. That's from the glue that spills over onto the very edge. It's good to have it there, but eventually you want to remove it. Where did I put that ribbon? Okay, I don't know. Okay. So, to start, I'm going to pull all that tape off, like I just did. And then we're going to come back right along the edge of here. And we're going to apply this black ribbon along the edge with hot glue. I might have made this too short. We'll see. I tried to be pretty precise. It's sticking to that little adhesive that's there right now. So that's basically how it's going to look when we're done. All the way around. All right. This cool little hot glue gun that I absolutely kind of love. If you'd like to see me trying this out for the first time, you can go back to the day 2, part 2 of making hair bunnies video. Because day 1, I used my other hot glue gun that was horrible. And I asked my husband in the middle of the stream, I said, can you please get me a hot glue gun? And he was like, put one on the grocery list and I'll have it sent. So I did. I just picked the first cheap one I saw. And surprise, sometimes when you do that, you find out, oh, that's an amazing product. Instead of when I spend hours poring over the listings trying to find the best one, pricing things out and stuff. It always happens that way for me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come right here in the middle and glue it down here. And then we're going to go around the whole entire painting. I'm just letting it sit there right now while the hot glue gun is heating up. So we're just waiting now. Oh, it helps if I turn it on. I forgot that this one needs to be turned on. I've never actually done it this way before, like finishing the edges, but we'll see how it goes. Yeah. I'm wondering if I should actually trim the edge of the painting before I do this or not. I think I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to. I'm going to try very hard not to get the hot glue on the diamond painting itself, because then it's going to be sticky. And I'm afraid the hot glue will dry or cool and then pull off the drills. I already have to replace one over here, but I knew that was there yesterday. I knew it was there yesterday. I just didn't fix it yet. Warm up. Hurry, hurry. I'm impatient. There we go. Push it back some. And I'm going to lift it right here in the center. I'm going to slide it under there, right there. And press it down. I'm going to try not to burn myself today. It's not very easy for me to not burn myself. Okay, now I'm going to go down the length a little ways. Of the length of the ribbon. I'm not adding a lot of hot glue at all. I'm just going to pull it straight, press that down, and I'm going to use my fingernail and just kind of flatten it in there. Don't really want to leave any blobs. Right. Make sure I get this straight. I'm just going to continue that down. And I am stretching the ribbon a little bit. It's got a tiny amount of give in the gross grain, which is one of the reasons I love. You can say it gross grain or you can say it grow grain. It's one or the other. But it has a little bit of give to it. I'm going to put my finger on the edge because I'm going to do the very corner last. I would have loved you harder. It is helpful when I do these things with hot glue for me to have longer fingernails. It's a good word for the nails I make too, because I mean that I can do this to them. It's pretty cool. Alright, now I'm going to fold this little piece back. I'm going to apply this little dot to the very corner on the canvas and push it down. I kind of like the way this is looking. I didn't want to go too frilly because this one's for my kid, and while we all love sparkles, I thought I would do a very simple, kind of clean edge for it. Try not to get fooled by the adhesive. I'm going to try putting it on the canvas this time. See if that works a little better or not. I don't like doing it that way. Let's just keep it on the ribbon. I'm gonna put my mouse on the laptop, y'all. I'm gonna forget that I did that later and go looking for my mouse, but it needs to be out of my way. I do have the shakes pretty good today. It's a little frustrating. Alright. That worked pretty good, I think. So I'm going to set this aside. And we're going to unroll it, and I'm going to roll it back the other end so I can do both short sides, and then we'll do the long sides. Always roll your diamond paintings with the drills on the outside. I know it seems counterintuitive, shiny stuff that could come off on the outside, but that's how you want to do it, I promise. Alright, let's pull off all the tape. They're sticking to my nails. Stop it. Get off me. If you can see, like this area still has the tape over, right? You can see right here that that looks like just plain white. But here, like where there was no tape for a bit, is like brown and dirty. And then over here, it's like brown and dirty. And here, see what I mean? So this is why I cover it up. Just make sure all of the tape is gone. Yeah. I think I'm going to stick this one down at the end and go this way instead of going in the middle it starts. So like right here, I'm just going to put a little dollop of hot glue. Can you see my hand is super shaky this morning, right? Ow. I tapped the nozzle. Oops. I'm going to pull it kind of taut when I do this and line it up as exactly as I can, and then I press it down. I don't like things sticking to me, including hot glue strings, but I live with hot glue. It's my thing. I can hot glue. Look, I've hot glued walls together before, okay? I sealed my bathtub in the bathroom with hot glue. We got mice in my bedroom closet once, and I after we like killed them and everything, well, really we just repelled them. I took a bunch of cotton balls and put pure peppermint oil on them, shoved them in the hole, and then I got a wool, not a wool, a steel wool thing, and pulled it and put that over it, and then basically I filled that hole with hot glue. I believe that you can do anything with adhesive and a little patience. Oops. I keep losing the tweezers here. Let me know what you think about this. Do you think this is an easy thing? An easy way to finish it out? Or is this too much work? Got a little too much hot glue right there. Okay. I don't know why this hot glue stick will not go in there. There we go. Let me set this aside before it drops on everything. Now we're going to roll the other direction, long ways. It's a little bit difficult. Stick with me. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. Things are just falling everywhere. Don't mind me. Make sure there's no tape here anywhere. You guys, I made this ribbon too short. I went by the measurements that it said. I don't know what I'm going to do about that right now. I'm thinking about it. I'm gonna cut it and then I'll show you how I would seal the end of the ribbons without the wood burner. I don't feel like going and getting it, heating it back up. There we go. That's pretty good, whatever. Let me get the other strip. One of the other ways that I seal ribbons. Just let it taste the fire, let the fire taste the ribbon. What? Something like that. You don't even really have to let it actually get in the flame and get close to it. Okay. Let's put this way. And we're going to start it right here. I don't think I actually cut the other ribbons too short. I think what happened is I wasn't accounting for needing to go and overlap the corners at the bottom. That was my bad. Let's see if I can rest this on my arm. If you are enjoying hanging out here, you can do like a like and subscribe, and those buttons at the bottom, they're notifications. And if you don't like what I'm doing here, you have two options. You can just leave, or you can say you dislike the video. But if you dislike the video, can you just tell me why in the comments? I got this little area right here where I cut the canvas a little too close, but it'll be fine. Again, I'm stretching the ribbon a little bit as I go along to make sure I get it really flat. I don't want any crinkles in it. It also helps me line it up right along the edge of the drills. So I'm pulling. I'm holding back here and pulling. it a little bit like that. Good, good. Don't touch the glue, Chris. And squeeze that out. It's a little bit extra. Okay, now we got the other edge. I think this is coming out nice. Okay, this one. I have to press O. I'm gonna have to go get coffee in a minute. That's fine, because I need to get a little hanger to put this on after I put this last ribbon down. So, one more time. I'm gonna pull off all the tape. Got a little hair right there. Pull that off. When you have hair as long as mine, it gets everywhere. Sometimes even in your husband's food. Make sure you get all of that little strips of the cover. One time when I was doing one of these, I tried to just leave the clear film on the edge of the canvas. I tried to paint over that. It did not work. The paint just peeled up on top of the canvas, so I had to redo it. I thought it would be helpful to just leave it there. It just wasn't. If I'm being honest, honestly about to tissue. That was a doggo sneeze. You know what? I really dislike it when I have an electrical cord that's all curled up. But I don't know how to stop doing that to myself. If I'm being honest, honestly, I'm to honestly, I am absolutely supposed to wear gloves, heat-resistant gloves, when I'm working with hot glue. If the family finds out I wasn't, well, actually, if the family finds out that I wasn't, it's on my husband. Because I need new gloves for heat protection, and also I need new anti-vibration protection gloves. I'll blame him. I blame him for everything. Doesn't matter what it is. The general consensus is I started it, but it's his fault. It's a 50-50 thing, okay? We share responsibility, sort of. Being honest. Okay, that's not working out. What happened? My hand just twitched a lot, so there's going to be some blobs on the other side of this ribbon right there. It's fine, we'll get them off. I don't know why it's too long over here. Oh well. Let me clip it. I need smaller scissors. Or tall scissors. Big scissors, little scissors. Guess it doesn't matter. I think that looks pretty good. Okay, I'm gonna turn this off. I'm going to go and get some coffee and one of those hangers to let it hang, and then we'll apply that missing drill and I'll hang it up for you guys. Which won't be the final hanging. I actually have frame that goes at the top and the bottom of this, but right now we just need to let it hang so it has the weight. Okay. I did lose my mouse. I told you I would. Alright, I will be right back. And I'm back. Set that aside. A lot of people like to seal their diamond paintings. I kind of don't, because it does dull the sparkle a little bit no matter what you use, I feel. And also, it makes the canvas hard. So once you seal it, you kind of can't roll it up anymore. Alright, and just put that on there. So I've got 2 of these hangers, and I'm going to use them both. They open like this. Again, this isn't the frame that I use. I just need to let this hang for it to completely straighten out. So I'm just going to clamp this on here. Like that. Got another one on over on this side. So I'm going to go hang this on my pegboard in my bedroom, and tomorrow we can work on cutting the trim off, the edge off, and doing the frame, the actual frame. But I will step back and let you guys see this first. I feel like it's beautiful. Alright, you guys, let me know what you think about this in the comments. I'm gonna go hang it up, and I'll be right back and see what else we can get into today. We have some time left. I'm back. Let me grab something down here. Okay. So I've got these little hair bows that I want to fix for my bunnies and myself. And these that I want to fix for myself. I'm looking for, look at this one and this one. I know there's another one, but I'll have to find it. Okay, first thing we're going to do is I'm going to seal this ribbon. I need to trim it just a tiny bit because otherwise these little wispy pieces will turn into black pieces that are burnt. Okay, this isn't working out. I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab my wood burner. I got these. Just to figure while we have the hot glue out, I might as well get these things done. I'll do that part last. So don't like to have my wood burner heating up on me. Okay, for these, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut the little necktie things off of it. I'm gonna glue the inside of them better, and then we're gonna apply them to a hair clip. This is just a little thing I've been wanting to do. I really wish I knew where my tiny scissors were, but it's fine. You know what? I have a seam ripper right here. I'm just gonna rip the little seam right there. Take that off. Pull this out. Ta-da. That's the easy part. I want to get some bows that have different colors. Right now it's just easier for me to buy them than to make them. I mean, hair bows is kind of one of my favorite things to make. I like making really fancy ones though. So it's a toss-up. Do I buy ones from somebody else and have to kind of take them apart and fix them? Or do I sit down and create an entire new one for myself? I don't know. I haven't been able to get to my ribbon in several years because it's in the storage pod outside. I really wish I could get to my ribbon. Moving. I don't like the whole moving thing, honestly. Whew. My hands are not liking this task at the moment. Look, I'm just about doing that. I'm just gonna cut the end off. I'm tired. I don't really care about the little ribbon pieces anyway. Everything could change. Pull this off of here. I'm trying to pull off this hot glue because okay, this is being stubborn. Alright, we'll just leave it like that. Alright, while I wait for that to heat up, I'm going to show you a couple of pages that I'm going to color soon. So, I've got this little book, and I'm actually going to color directly in the book. I haven't decided if I'm going to do color pencils or markers. You guys let me know what you would prefer if you have a preference. But also, if you want to pick a color, just pick a color. Because I'm going to do this all in one color. It's going to be a little bit of a study for me on light source and depth and shadow and contrast. So that's why we're just using one color. I'm challenging myself on this one. I've never colored in this book before. So let me know what you think. And I have these. So these are from the coloring book that I call my aggressively positive coloring book. Don't want to be criticized. Do nothing, say nothing, be nothing. Doesn't that seem a little bit aggressive? I have this one from my Lisa Frank coloring book. And it's printed on, I don't know what kind of paper it's printed on, but I kind of want to use my Neo colors for that. Not this one. There we go. Do what you love and do not care what they think about it. So those are the two options for that. So let me know which one of those you'd like to color with, or you'd like me to color with you. Probably just use some Sharpies or crayons. I like to have multiple things going at one time. I'm gonna do some of these in the interim while I've got some other stuff going on in the background setting up for you guys. I just want to mention, while I'm thinking about it, that I come here around 8:30 Monday through Friday, 8:30 in the morning, and I jump on this live stream and we do art until, well, I used to do it till 11 a.m. and that's Central Standard Time, but right now I'm experimenting with a different little schedule, so I kind of stay on until I'm done. So sometimes I stay a little longer, either till I finish the project or until I get really tired. So I'm just putting some hot glue in there, and then I'm going to squish it like that. This is a quick way to fix a hair bow. Squish it. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. You try to get it really down in the crease. And take this hair clip. Now when I made my hair bunnies, I applied ribbon over the top of the clips. I'm not going to do that here because it's not necessary. That was a bad way to do that. I should have did this part first, actually. I didn't think about it. Okay, so for this one, I'm just going to glue it to the top. This is another way you can do it. Apply your hot glue. That's how most people do it. I do it a little different, but for this one, we'll do it this way. And then just put your hair bow on it. Okay, that's the quick fix way. Right? Boom. Let's take this one out of my hair because it needs help too. Ouch. That hurt a little bit. So see how I have that one through there? Let's do it like that. Center that in there. And then I'm just going to pull it back like this and apply the glue over the top on one side and squeeze it down. Do the same thing over here, but this time I'm going to try and make sure I get inside that little ribbon part and just come up. That makes it a little bit more secure. And then now I'm going to do this part. I'm just going to go into the little creases right here, add a drop of hot glue, like so. Fold that back in and squeeze. Over here. Make sure you get your shape before you squeeze it. And there you go. I'm gonna let that cool off for a second and then we'll put it back in my hair. Just so you know, this isn't hot glue. This is actually my thumb breaking out. Looked kind of bad. Slide it in there. That knot is sitting in the wrong space. There we go. Ouch. That was a little hot. Into the creases. On the other side, we'll do the same thing. That's all we're doing. It's pretty easy. And okay, now this is, I didn't make this. This is not mine. This came with the dress that Midgie wears. So please don't judge me by this, but I'm gonna do a quick repair on it for the bunny. That one's fixed. Because that hot glue was on there, that's why I didn't slide it underneath the wrap of the bow. I don't think I can, well, yeah, I can do it on this one. Okay. So I'm gonna slide it in here, right underneath there. And I get it positioned first. It's harder to show you on the other ones. Yep. Get it positioned where you want it. Apply the glue. Push it down. Make sure you center it where you want it. Go down in there. Alright, we'll come back in a little bit and fix the ribbon. I think I paid like $12.99 for the entire pack of all of these little neck bows. But I don't like wearing them because I don't like things around my neck that aren't already around my neck. Actually, what I'm trying to say is I only like to wear things. The things I wear around my neck, I wear like every day. I don't know if you noticed, but I don't wear a ton of jewelry. There we go. That one's done. That is Andy's mint chocolate coffee. It's so good. So it's not like I'm messing up anything really expensive or anything. I have bought these a while back. I don't know why. I think I got them because of Halloween costumes for the kids, actually. when I finish these, I'm actually going to work on another project, I think, that I've been needing to do for a while. Speaking of things around my neck, my husband bought me a pretty necklace like a year ago. But wearing a dainty chain around my neck is not really something that works out for me very well. I did that out of order, but it's fine. Anyway, I need to attempt to do a little jewelry altering. I got the stuff for it right down here, so I might as well do it. Since I have enough coffee to go for a little bit longer. I don't think the coffee really has anything to do with it, if I'm honest. What I'm going to do is I'm going to smoke a little bit and then figure out the necklace thing. So usually I do these little random side projects whenever I can't wait for them to be done anymore, or when I find all of the pieces of the project that have gotten lost while I was waiting for getting other pieces that I needed. And then also I will do side projects when I'm thinking about art and trying to kind of mentally plan things out. Doing a little side project gives me kind of a break and lets my brain kind of wander around. I hate glue stick strings. Oops. If I That little part is starting to fray right there, so I just added a little extra hot glue to it. Hang on, I see somebody commenting in the chat. Probably Joe. No, I'm just fixing these ones. The ones that I had to go around my neck, I pulled the little things off of them. You know, I can't really make bows right now because you know where all my ribbon is. I'm getting frustrated. But, I just wanted to make these, and then also I'm fixing the bunny bows. I'm not in bow mania necessarily. I'm just doing this little thing. I didn't think that I was gonna get the edging with the ribbon done on the bling today, so I did, so I decided to go ahead and handle up on this thing that I've been meaning to do. So you could do it this way too. You can put the glue in it to make it more sturdy before you put the barrette on it. You can. The husband does know when I'm getting ready to switch activities at my desk because I start doing little projects like this. And he never knows which craft I'm gonna land on next. But I mentioned yesterday, I think I know where we're gonna land next. They pretty much color every single day, even if it's just a spiral. There's part of my brain that just absolutely needs to color on a daily basis. This isn't going through where I want it to. Hang on. But, there's other crafts and arts that I do on a more regular basis as well, but I have to rotate through those because of the space available to me at the moment for where I work. Babe, I think that it might be a good idea to put those pallets of boxes, I think that's what they are, that you showed me, in the bathtub in our bathroom. I can move all that stuff about it and put them there. It's the only thing I can think of. That or clearing off the couch and put them there. I don't know. I say that because I don't use my bathtub in this house. It's deadly. It's deadly to me. Of all the things that I'd like to die doing, taking a bath is not one of them. Okay, just one palette. Yeah. need somebody to love me that loves me. I really have so many glue strings on me. There's not room in the cube. I would like to start packing up the stuff in the pod first, if we can. So we can get rid of that. Then the cube. Well, unless you're about to move the cube. I don't know. That's one thing I can't wait to move for, is I'm having the bathtub at the new house redone, and it's going to be amazing. Sorry, this is being a little bit difficult. Come, there we go. Space to put what? Okay. Okay. I feel like I have objections to everything because I don't know where to start, and I don't want my life to be spread out between two houses for an indefinite period of time, but I don't think I have really a choice in that matter at this point. I mean, what am I going to pack up first? Am I going to pack up all my adhesive? All my paint? I don't know what to pack up first. This one didn't go well. Who cares? Here, Maya. There. Oh, don't say it. She doesn't like things on her ears. Okay. That's all of those. I'm going to turn the hot glue gun off. And I'm going to plug the wood burner in again. Grab the glass. I thought you said we were going to get somebody to help with the packing up. while we wait for the or while we wait for the heat to heat up, I'm gonna do this. See if we can keep going so I can deal with my necklace. I have other things that I need to work on too, but today we're just gonna do these and see if I can do the necklace. I'm watching somebody swatch watercolor paints. I don't know. I don't know. You gotta wait for that to heat up a lot because satin is a little bit more sensitive to the heat than the grosgrain is. No kidding. Let me turn this over and try to make it really flat on the glass. And I'm going to go along the edge here. I'm not cutting it. I'm just melting the very edge. Because I don't want to cut it because then it might not stay in shape. That's all I got to do right there. I do miss making hair bows. I love making hair bows. I had started a business making them, and then, well, everything went to crap. I also miss just putting ribbon on all the things that I make. There we go. And that's all. Now it's all sealed, not fluffy. Let me unplug that. I'm gonna go put this on the counter. I'll be right. I don't like to leave it on my desk after I use it. Now for something completely different. Okay. Give me a second. Jump ring. There's another jump ring in here and I need it. Okay, maybe not. Excuse me, that's very dusty. So I'm going to take these eye pins. Now, I don't know exactly what I'm doing here. This is something I've just been thinking and thinking and thinking about for months. So the first test here that I need to do is, can I get this pin through the small ring on that bail? If I can, then that's going to be a pretty simple solution for what I'm looking for. Oh, it does go through there. Absolutely wonderful. Okay. So this bail, this ring, goes on this ring. The collar, not the chain. On here. And it's very fitted and it slides around. So what I want to do, so I'm going to grab these pliers, and I think I'm going to want this to go around and under here, like so. Yeah. And then I'm going to curl this, I think. I'm going to hold the end. I don't need it to be super long. Right, like that. I kind of want it to come down and bend together like that. But I want that middle ring to come over to the center of here. Okay. I can see what I need to do now. Let me take this out of here and give it another shot. We'll just clip it. I have plenty of these little eye pins to work with. This really is an experiment. I have no idea what I'm doing at the moment. In case you can't tell. Why did all my messages just go away? Okay. There's another option here, and I'm gonna try that. I have a jump ring. Let me see if I can open it. When you open a jump ring, I don't know if you know this, but you should always open it sideways. Okay, we're gonna try to put it through here. I have my doubts that this will work, to be honest. At least not with this small of a jump ring, but we'll find out. I am not certain that we will actually get this little craft project done today. Because I don't know how to make this work. But oh look, it just went through there on its own. If I hadn't have moved it, it would have gone through. Alright, let me take a look at what we got going on here. Huh. So this is the necklace that he bought me. And I have some earrings that kind of match it. So with the direction of the bail, it's a little difficult to see if I can fit it in there. I'm gonna go ahead and take the chain off. I've been thinking about how to do this for months, so hopefully I can figure this out. Okay, I think I'm gonna take the bail off of it. This part. Let me see if I can get it to separate. I don't want to mess it up actually, but there we go. So now we just have that. Now the bail on the actual gemstone lays flat, so it goes this way, it doesn't go this way. And that's going to give me a little bit of trouble, I think, but we'll see. Going to attempt. I'm just going to pour some of these out. I wish I had my little magnetic wrist strap thingy. When we move, I know that's going to mess me up a lot too. Because I'll be doing something random. I won't have the thing that I need. I don't do well with change. We know this. Alright, so I'm going to open this little eye hook slightly. Sideways. I'm going to hook that through here. And it should make the make it go front. So yeah, that'll work. All right, now I need to close this. So hold it sideways, and I'm gonna squeeze it together like so, and then I'm gonna squeeze the front backwards. Come on. Hold still. I might not be able to close this well enough if I'm honest. Okay, that's hooked on there pretty good. I can still work on that later, but I'm not going to try and get it perfect right at this moment because I still have to see if it's going to go through here and work. So I'm going to push it through. The trick is I want the bail to sit right in the center of this bail. So I'm going to kind of, I don't know what I'm doing. Hang on. So if I hold it like this, let me grab this end. See if I can bend this down. I don't want it to be off center. I might be trying to make this too perfect, but we'll find out. We'll find out. So I'm trying not to grab the actual necklace. I'm trying to grab the, let me use these. They're a little bit thinner. Yeah. Move that down like that. So now it's kind of hanging down straight. But I don't want it to hang very low. Okay. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna hold this sort of so it's sticking straight out to the side, like so. I'm trying to leave a little bit of give to twist it at the end. I just need you to hold still. I want to make that kind of a more square bend right there. Might have been smart to do this before I put on these nails, but do need to make sure it hangs in there. Right. Okay, let me pull that out real quick. See if I can get it a little better shaped. So this is turned a little bit when it hangs down in a way that I don't want it to be. Oh no. Bummer. Okay, let's try again. It's no problem. I know that's gonna work, so let's see if I can get the bending down right. Stick with me, guys. I'll get this. So I'm gonna need this to hang this way, right? So to come across the bail sideways, and I want to put a nice square bend right there. I'm gonna hold it. Bend. I'm gonna bend it once. That came off because it broke. So, and then hang on. I need it to hang down that way. I feel like it twisted. Alright, so I want it like that, and then I'm going to put another sharp bend in it, a little ways down. Okay. It's all about what direction. I wish that I can make this work today. That's my wish for today. Make a wish, everybody else. Well, at least if you're in Central Standard Time. So over, up, over, down. All right, I'm gonna try something else. That's not working out. So, if making it into like a square shape doesn't work out, what can I do? I'm not sure that I can even do this. Sometimes I need my trusty yellow pliers. That does not look pretty, but we're getting somewhere. I don't know what I'm doing at this point. I don't know what I'm doing. I think that I need to think on this a little bit more. The goal is to get that to hang like that. I'm just not sure how to make this work. I tell you what, I'm going to come back to this tomorrow. I'm going to sleep on it. If you guys have any ideas, let me know. And I'll see them tomorrow. And we'll try again tomorrow. We're going to be doing some coloring tomorrow. So, yeah. We're going to call this a day. Thank you so much for hanging out here at Periwinkle Palace Arts. I'm Princess Bun Bun, and me and my bunnies, we do art stuff. That's what we did today. We finished putting the diamond painting border on, got it hung up, and we fixed all these little hair bows. And started on this little project, little dilemma. I will figure it out. I hope you guys have a beautiful rest of your day, and I will see you again tomorrow. I'm clapping for myself. Yes, I am.